That is a serious eyebrow right there. Oh boy. This has nothing to do with the quarantine. It has nothing to do with the lockdown. I just wanted to tell you that before showing you the actual video I filmed some time ago before all of this happened. It's been about a month now, I think, since I did that, and I have some more things to tell you as a result of that, which I'll tell you at the end of the video. I am Vihan Damaris, and I make videos to strive to be like Jesus. Now, this one is a little bit of a different one, but I do think it comes with seeing what is God's standard for his people. And so that's why I think it's important enough to share with you. Ever since my God and my Heart video, see that if you haven't, I have been questioning a lot of things about makeup and appearance and everything that we do for others. I found something unsettling. It was whenever I let my facial hair or, hair here grow, I felt not beautiful. And I felt a lot more beautiful when I'd done all that, plucked and tweezed and it's all like smooth and shiny. I felt a lot more beautiful. That's wrong. That's so wrong. It's actually wrong. I was actually mad at guys for making us do these things, but when I looked up the origin, I found out something really frustrating. It was a bunch of women who first started shaving their body hair to look more attractive to men. When I heard that, I was so upset that it was one of us who started this whole torment of... I have Indian hair. I'm an Indian. This is how thick my hair is. Guess what happens when I tweeze or wax or whatever? I've never waxed, by the way. I've been doing it all by myself. What happens? It comes back not in a month, not in 2 weeks. It comes back in a day. A day. So if there's an event or a video, I have to be doing it like on that day. Any removing, I have to do it on that day. I'm sorry if this sounds gross to you, but this is natural. This should not be a taboo topic. It's so sad that it is. So I don't know why these lights are going like that. That's kind of cool, so I'm going to leave it. It should not be unnatural to see a body hair or facial hair, but it really is. I have this distinct memory when I was in PU. Actually, even in school, even in high school, people had already started shaving and waxing and all of that. And I was like, ew, I don't want to do all that. But in PU, it got real, like the pressure got real. And I remember specifically on my birthday, I wore this dress. It was a knee-length dress. And my friends were coming home. They came home, and when they sat next to me, I had this chilling sensation from my head to my toes that my legs weren't shaved. I had not shaved my legs, and I was wearing a dress. And I have really thick hair, as I told you. I could feel their shock at me breaking the rules of womankind in society. It's so sad that women, even men sometimes, women who have to feel accepted in society have to subject themselves to removing every inch of body hair except this. I mean, since we're at it, why don't we just shave this as well? I don't know, but somehow we've decided to retain this and compensate here for some reason. Anyway, it was a not nice feeling that I was ugly just because I decided I'ma keep this fur, Train passing by, just a minute, in case that wasn't audible. It was not fair that I felt ugly on my birthday just because I decided I'm gonna keep this fur. I have no issues with my body hair. Like, I'm completely comfortable with it. I have no issues with anyone else. I think I'm into fur, that's besides the point. I was comfortable with it, but it was because others weren't like that. I felt ashamed and embarrassed. And from that time, I really, really tried to maintain this waxed look, but it is so tedious for me. I would have to wear pants and shirts like this all the time, and even then, it's like I can see you in matte finish because of how much body hair you have. Forget that. At least this, oh my goodness, I have the thickest eyebrows that you would have ever seen. They're like pyramids. That's how thick they are. I had to keep doing that, and I'm like an introvert to the highest degree. I'm such an introvert that I don't want to go into a salon because there's a person there who's going to do that for you, and I just can't imagine that situation. So I have found ways to do it by myself. I have this little machine called an epilator, which will just basically pluck out hair. It is so painful, and it's like a gradual, like you have to, it's like shaving, but it's plucking it out. It takes like an hour to just do everything. And it's grown back in days. It's like, what's the use, It's not worth this for me. But the turning point came when I started understanding how God saw me and how I don't have to bend to every single thing in society just because others are. In fact, I shouldn't. As a follower of God, it's cool for me to not follow certain things. So, I'm not going to say that I will henceforth never remove my facial hair or arms, legs, whatever. But I may take huge breaks from doing it, is what I'm saying. Like, I want to just feel comfortable in myself and not feel embarrassed when I go out. And if I'm sick and it grows and I'm not well enough to do anything about it, I don't want to be feeling ugly. So I'm just going to take a lot of breaks, I'm guessing, from now on, not doing that. Now, in my God and my Heart video, a lot of you were kind to tell me, hey, no, you should not feel like that because you are beautiful, and thank you so much. But I wonder if I was just totally Tarzan, would you say the same thing? Let's see. Can I tell you what actually made me really, really decide this? What really was the breaking point was I saw some comedy videos. This one was about what would happen if girls and guys were on an island. The guy would start getting more manly, beard and Hulk kind and caveman, and it's considered more manly apparently. And the girls would get the opposite. Like, they would get the opposite of everything that they've been trying to do. So hair'd be popping out of all over the place, and it would be terrible. And that just made me think, yeah, that's not cool though. That's not cool. It should not be ever like that. That when we're in a natural situation, without access to razors or spas, that we begin to look ugly. That's really messed up. Comedy actually helped me make this decision. It's not really a decision, but I definitely have understood that I don't need to bow to this anymore. Not only will I go easy on the whole hair thing, but I'm also gonna go easy on makeup. Hence, some of you may be like, oh, it's different. Oh, but some of you will notice that it is different. I just don't want to feel like only with makeup or only if I have shaved and plucked and tweezed that I am beautiful. That's just basically what this is. So I'm sure you understand that. If you don't, well, I'm sorry. I don't need you to understand that. I'm just telling you what's going on. So yeah. So after a month of having done this, about a month, I'll leave the date on the screen. I've understood a little bit more about certain things and why they are the way they are. I'm glad to have done this because I'm able to see it clearer. For instance, it's really hot where I live, and I cannot not shave my underarms. Like, I have to because it's so hot, and that's nothing to do with appearance. I know, so gross, right? It shouldn't be gross, guys. Anyway, that's something that I learned. Okay, there are reasons that are apart from appearance for which people do certain things. There'll probably be more reasons that I find as time goes. And I also found out that it's for guys as well. Like, my brother shaved his face recently, and I was like, whoa, that looks really good. And I caught myself saying that. I'm like, isn't this the same thing as what I've been talking about for girls? It is the same thing. So what is all this? Yeah, there are bigger reasons beyond what I have mentioned in this video, but I'm glad to be challenging the thing that is happening for myself until I find a valid reason why I should trim these babies and my little mustache, which is not even so visible right now, though it is in real life. Let me see if you can see it. You can't see it. Okay, the mirror shows me a totally different thing. So anyway, maybe this camera is doing something to my face. I don't know. What was I saying? Oh yeah, until I find a valid reason, I'm not able to bring myself to bow to these beauty standards. So forgive me, but I'm not sorry. Yep. My name is Vihan Damaris. I make videos like this to help you, and I strive to be like Jesus. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, and always strive to be like Jesus.